So when the incarnations died, people started rituals, funny stuff. Even when Sri Krishna died, they didn't know what to do now. Because he said, no more rituals, just play holy, be happy, joyous, dance and sing. That's what he said. Now what to do? Now if he has said so, so they started a new theme. Let us make it a romantic stuff. Human beings know how to make everything perverse. Nobody can beat them in this. So they made him look like a very romantic personality, romancing with Radha. Ra is energy, Dha is the one who has sustained energy. So show romances with her. Then she was Mahalakshmi herself, to show his relationship with Mahalakshmi as if they were husband and wife. So there were also some poets who started describing them as husband and wife and all kinds of nonsense. In divine relationship, there is nothing like husband and wife. It's the power which is potential and power that is kinetic. There is no such relationship that exists as human beings try to make it. Because human beings have a habit to bring all the divine incarnations to their own levels. As you have seen that if you see, the best are the Greeks who brought all the great incarnations to their own levels. In the same way, they could not do much with Sri Krishna, so they said, all right, make him a romantic personality. That will suit us. So it suited many horrible people. We had one Nawab in Lucknow who had 365 wives. And he used to dress up like Sri Krishna, sometimes like Radha, and dance. And he said, now I have become Sri Krishna. So many, gurus came as Sri Krishna, playing flute, calling everybody else as their gopis and this and that, all nonsense. And we have so many groups now working like that, Brahma, Kumaris and all that. When there is one Krishna, the rest are all gopis and gopas and they don't marry and all kinds of nonsense. This is absolutely absurd and perverse and brings bad name to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna was Yogeshwara. He was Yogeshwara. He was so detached that once his wives, who were his powers, and they said that we want to go across and worship a particular saint. They said, all right, why don't you go? He said, no, the river is in spate and we don't know how to cross the river. He said, all right, you go and tell the river that we want to go and see such and such saint, and Sri Krishna has said that you come down. If Sri Krishna is Yogeshwara, and if he has had no wife, then you go down. So they went to the river and said that if Sri Krishna has had no wives and he is a Yogeshwara, then please go down. The river went down. So they were surprised that he is supposed to be our husband and still he is Yogeshwara, he is so detached. They crossed over and they went and worshipped the saint. So the saint said, now you can go back. When they were coming back, they found again the river was in spate. So they went back to the saint and he said, now how do we go back? He said, how did you come? He said, Sri Krishna said that you go and ask the river, if I was a Yogeshwara, then you go down. All right. So you go and ask the river that the saint did not eat anything whatsoever and he was absolutely detached about it, so the river will go down. So they were surprised because they had fed him, he has ate everything, he has done everything. So they went to the river and said, oh river, the saint never ate anything, he was absolutely detached about food, he did not touch the food, and the river went down. So they were surprised, how is it that the saint ate everything and did not eat anything? Means he was in aswada. He was not involved into the food. He was detached. And they were surprised. It looks like a lie from a human point of view. It is not. It is not. That's a fact. He is a Yogeshwara and he is so detached. So people don't understand divinity and they think that how can it be a person who has 16,000 wives and 5 other wives can be a person who is not yet married? Because he was Yogeshwara.